this video, you'll get a detailed understanding of the entire hierarchy of the world government. You'll learn how people who want to become Marines begin their journey. You'll also see what the highest ranks are, both within the Marines and the world government itself. In other words, you'll become an expert on the world government. Apprentice Marine. Among the 19 ranks in the Marines, this is where anyone wanting to become a Marine begins. Essentially, the person starting out will be an apprentice, doing everything from washing the ship, helping with basic tasks, and performing various activities while training to climb the ranks. They don't wear a Marine uniform. Their only attire is a white shirt, nothing more. We saw what this life was like when Kobe and Helmeppo started as apprentices. Thanks to their hard work, Garp noticed their potential and fast-tracked their promotion. 3rd Class Marine. Once they leave the apprenticeship stage and become full-fledged Marines, they advance to 3rd class. Despite being the 2nd lowest rank, someone who reaches this level can proudly say they're a Marine. An example of this is Full Body, the guy who got a beating from Sanji at Barati. In his case, he had a higher rank but was demoted to this level after helping to cover up Django's crimes, along with Django, who joined the Marines directly at 3rd class. 2nd Class Marine. In essence, there isn't much difference from the 3rd class. The main distinction is that they are known to be stronger than those in the 3rd class. However, we don't really know any Marines at this rank. At most, they are made up of extras who we see getting beaten up constantly. 1st Class Marine. Following the same logic, not much changes here. It's just a slightly higher rank for the guys who like to think of themselves as the hotties and show superiority over anyone who annoys them. Corporal. The title might sound impressive, but not in the world of One Piece. A corporal is above regular Marines and can wear different styles of uniforms. Essentially, they are just above the Marines who are starting out on their journey. Sergeant. This rank is significant to some extent and is coveted especially by conventional Marines. Helmeppo held this rank when he appeared to the Straw Hats back in Water 7. Staff Sergeant. The Staff Sergeant is above the conventional Sergeant. Kobe was in this rank when he encountered Luffy in Water 7. SubLieutenant. There aren't any well-known characters at this rank, but it is the highest within the infantry, basically the mass groups of Marines preparing for battles. 2nd Lieutenant. This is one of the most coveted ranks among Marines aboard a warship. It's the same position that Tashigi held when she faced the Straw Hats in Logtown. At this rank, the Marine is allowed to wear the Justice Cloak on their back. Even though it's a symbol that everyone desires, it remains the lowest rank for those who wear the cloak. From this rank upwards, Marines are called commissioned officers, making this position highly sought after. 1st Lieutenant. And above the 2nd Lieutenant is the 1st Lieutenant. He is one of the most important members on a ship, essentially the main voice when the captain is absent. For instance, Rokaku, the Marine we saw at the beginning of the anime, took control of Shellstown after Captain Morgan's tyranny ended. However, it makes me wonder, is this guy really that strong to be in a position above Tashigi? Because we saw that she has interesting skills. It's strange to see almost a background character in a rank above hers. CommanderLieutenant. To lead the lieutenants, we have the Commander-Lieutenant, who is above all the previous ranks. Unfortunately, we don't have many examples of people who hold this position, but an example would be Full Body, who in the Barati arc was pretty cocky at the restaurant for being a Commander-Lieutenant. Yeah, but that still wasn't enough to avoid a kick from Sanji. As I said, he ended up getting demoted after helping pirate Django. Commander. Only one character reached this rank, and he was none other than Don Quixote Rocinante, Doflamingo's brother. When he was in this position, he secretly worked to try to stop his brother's insanity. Overall, we don't know exactly what a member of this rank does, but they apparently have access to places and resources that helped disrupt his brother's plans. Captain. This is the rank that conventional Marines look at and say, I want to be like him. As the name suggests, the captain is literally the captain of the Navy ship. He commands all the ranks we've seen so far. The captain is the ultimate authority, also known as the boss or skipper. We have several strong characters who reached this position, like Kobe, the current Tashigi, and Smoker, who, even though he's a Logia user, spent a good amount of time at this rank. And note, this is only the 6th highest rank in the Navy. Commodore. You might not have heard of this rank, but yes, it's higher than captain. Basically, they deal with matters that are above the responsibilities of an ordinary captain. For example, there's Branyu, one of the most important figures in internal government matters. He deals with bounties, helps with posters, essentially handles this type of internal service. As for their powers, we don't know if they're as strong as captains. Rear Admiral. They are basically the second tier among the admirals. They have less authority than a regular admiral, but still have command over any lower ranking marine soldier. Even though they are of a lower admiral rank, they are known as strong fighters. For example, some notable names include X-Drake, Hyena, and T-Bone, who actually faced off against Zoro before the time skip. Instructor. This rank is given to the most experienced Marines who teach the newcomers. Among them, we have none other than Garp. Imagine starting in the Navy being taught by the greatest of all, Inspector General. So far, we've seen only one person designated to this position. He is none other than the former Fleet Admiral Sengoku, who after retiring took on this role to investigate corruption and failures within the Navy. Vice Admiral. Moving into the third highest rank of all, we have the Vice Admirals. They are made up of a large group of Marines who must either know how to use Haki or possess a specific devil fruit to justify this title. Many are giants, swordsmen, rokushiki users, among others, varied powers among them. They rank above captains when they board a ship, above rear admirals, or anyone lower than them. Examples among them include Momonga, Smoker, Garp, Tsuru, and many others. Admiral. Significantly above all those I mentioned, the admirals sit at the top among the world's strongest Marines. When you join the Navy, you have a certainty. Either you accept that you don't have the potential to become an admiral, or you start dreaming, like Kobe, believing you can reach this rank. I say this because they truly are the strongest and are the symbol of justice for the government. If the government feels someone is threatening them, they use the image of the three admirals to show their power. If anyone attacks the nobles, they are summoned immediately to deal with the situation. Their influence is so great that they balance the world alongside the pirate emperors. In other words, they are as strong as the world's most powerful pirates. Fleet Admiral. But there is a rank above them, the Fleet Admiral. He is the highest rank in the entire Navy. Being a single person, he commands the Navy as a whole. Just like the three admirals, he is the only Marine capable of issuing a buster call and can delegate this authority to world government agents or lower ranking Marines. Not to mention, he can simply turn a pirate into a Shichibukai. Chief Commander. This rank is positioned above even the Fleet Admiral. It serves more as a liaison between the Navy and the government. The chief commander we know so far is Kong. Previously, he served as the Fleet Admiral but was promoted to the superior rank. In this position, he is responsible for overseeing the operations of the three great powers of the government, the Navy, the Shichibukai, and the Cypher Pole agents. In other words, the person holding this rank is a key figure in the government as a whole. Shichibukai. Stepping away from Navy ranks, we have the Shichibukai. While they are not above the chief commander, they were critical assets to the government. These were 7 high-ranking pirates who entered into contracts with the government to continue their activities legally while working in the interest of the world government. However, they were recently abolished and replaced by the Seraphim, robotic beings with powers similar to theirs. Thus, the Shichibukai no longer exist. Cypher Pole. Unlike the Navy, this is an organization that reports directly to the world government and has no ties to the Navy. They consist of 5 groups: CP5, CP6, CP7, CP9, and CP0, each with different responsibilities and tasks. They are assigned to more internal and highly confidential missions, such as attending events with pirates or gathering intelligence on ancient weapons, world nobles. One of the most corrupt classes of all, the nobles belong to a lineage of the gods of this world. Basically, 800 years ago, when the government was founded by 20 families from different kingdoms, the kings of these kingdoms moved to Mariéjois and declared themselves gods of this world, a status that continues to apply to their successors today. They can do whatever they want, and they live up to this title of gods. They can enslave people, marry whoever they please. They can literally do anything, and neither the Navy nor the government will interfere. They have a free pass to commit murder or any other atrocity imaginable, and if anyone dares to raise a hand against them, they simply summon an admiral, who immediately arrives to put an end to everything. Holy Knights. Of course, there's a group that handles these matters, and these are the Holy Knights. They are also world nobles and part of the family that created the government. But they are different. They know how to fight. Unlike any other noble, they have the power to kill or judge their own people. An example of this is their leader, Finn Garland Garling, who killed Miosgard after he assisted in the escape of slaves from Marijua. Therefore, if a noble makes a mistake, it is they who handle the situation. Goroseis. However, in the world of One Piece, the 5 Goroseis are above everything else. They are also world nobles, but they are special. Even though they come from the same lineage as other nobles, they are above them. It is not yet known what led them to this title, but what we do know is that the 5 elders control the world. They can order the destruction of an island, expulsion of a government member, command Cypher Pole agents. They can literally do whatever they want. Recently, we learned that they have almost demonic transformations, making them extremely powerful, king of the world. Yes, there is someone above everything. I mentioned that the Goroseis control the world, and yes, they do control the world. However, there is one person to whom they must directly answer, and that is Imsama. The guy literally sits on a throne that in theory should be empty to symbolize that there is no king in the world. He can do whatever he wants with the Goroseis. He can give any order that comes to his mind. We also don't know how he reached that position, but what we do know is, from all the lists I've shown you so far, whether from the government or the Navy, no one is above this guy. Did you enjoy the content? If so, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to not miss any videos. Thanks, and see you next time.